Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to the channel. Today I have my 2017 Mustang GT behind me, and I'm going to go through and clean it because it's been, I don't know, probably way too long since I've touched it up last. So I'm just going to take you along with me. Here in a little bit I'll take you through the car, what I've done to it, and go from there. Yeah, I checked the audio on that last clip, and the exhaust clip was not very good, so don't worry, here in a little bit I'll get a good one started for you guys. All right, now I'm just kind of cleaning everything out in here. All right, let's see how bad the trunk is. Hey, yeah. Anyone else have a tendency to live in their car? I know I end up doing it, and it annoys the hell out of me, but sometimes life gets in the way. And I'll say one thing, it's always important to keep a tool set handy just in case. Never know when you pop a tire or stuff comes loose. Oh goody, more receipts. What do we got here? And nothing good. Alright. Oh, that was quick enough. That looks a lot better. Don't mind the glass. I had a window get broken out due to a hailstorm not that long ago, and they haven't gotten it. They weren't able to get it all cleaned out, and I just haven't had time yet. But I'll take you in here and show you a few things I've done with the car. So like I said, first things first, this is a 2017 Mustang GT. This was a base model, so it comes with the cloth seats. However, this was one of those dealer specials that came with a little surprise under the hood. Watch me struggle. There we go. Yeah, see that there? This one came with the Roush supercharger. So it's kind of hard to pass up that deal. But while we're under here, a few things that I've done is I have added that strut brace over the top. I have some X-Force long tube headers. They currently still have the cats on them, just because it gets loud. I've had catless headers before, and it's just obnoxious when you're trying to start up in the morning. And when you're driving down the road, not a whole lot of people like the drone, and I'm one of those. But I've also have it bagged all four corners. So here in a little bit, I'll do a demonstration of that after I get it all cleaned up. But taking a quick look around, so this was an original Shadow Black Mustang. Myself, my dad, and one of my buddies spent some time putting down the vinyl wrap here. The color for it is a matte rally beige, I believe. I think it looks pretty slick, but I'll tell you, doing the wrap by yourself for the first time, there's a bit of a learning curve, and especially in maintenance, as you can see, which is why I'm needing to really wash it. There's a bunch of ground in dirt on it, and I haven't been doing my diligence of keeping up on cleaning it, so I guess that's what I get. But hopefully I get a lot of those spots taken care of tonight. But first things first, I'm going to stick with dealing with the interior, so I'm going to grab a vacuum and get that started. Alright, well, I got a lot of that glass out of here. And for those of wondering, this is where my air ride tank is. And then I have my compressor hidden underneath right here. Along with, you know, just random stuff. Got a tire kit just in case. Extra fuses, you know, little necessities here and there just in case some stuff goes wrong. But now I just need to finish up vacuuming the inside on the driver's side there. Well, I think that takes care of that. And I hear my dogs going nuts in the back, so I'm gonna take a quick break and then come back. All right, so I got it all vacuumed out. All right. And for those of you that may be wondering, yes, this is a base. This touchscreen here was actually added in by myself later on. It's called the Navos OE replacement. So it functions quite similar to the Sync 3, but it's just not Ford's brand. And here is my air ride module. So I can run through that later, but whenever you start up the car or put it into accessory mode, I have it wired up to turn this on and turn the manifold on and turn the bags on. But yeah, the screen looks very similar to the Sync. What was it, the Sync 3 or Sync 4? I can't remember which one it is. Then the kit also comes with Apple Car and then Android Auto as well. It uses this little plug in order to do your Android Auto when you have your car plugged into it. Yeah, that's more or less all it is on the inside. Well, getting back to the car, so the rest of the stuff I've done to it is more or less as follows. If I'm missing some stuff, I'll probably put it down in the description later. But I have a Barton Hybrid 3 flat stick short throw shift kit. So that's actually pretty nice. It's really firms up the shifting on the MT82. I know everyone has their issues, but since I put this on, I've really had no complaints. It mounts directly onto the transmission itself, so it's really solid, really stable. And along with other transmission stuff, I have the white line, I think it's the transmission mount bushing, if I'm not mistaken. So that kind of helps take out some of the vibration that comes in with the MT82, kind of just firms it up a little bit, which is nice. What else do I got? So for exhaust system, I have, like I said earlier, the X-Force. They're the 1 7/8 runners with 3-inch collectors going into a 3-inch the 3-inch MBRP straight catback system with the H-pipe. Me personally, I've always liked the H-pipe better than the raspy X-pipe sound that a lot of other people do. I mean, it's to each his own. Everyone has their preferences and what they like. I don't have anything against it, just really not the kind of sound and tone I care for. I like the deeper, more muscly tone compared to the rasp. And then what else I got? I have the IRS subframe bushings, the alignment kit, and some strut. You saw the strut tower brace, the IRS subframe. What are they? Braces, subframe braces. Then back up in the engine compartment, I have the BMR adjustable motor mount bushings, which actually come in handy for anyone that has a top mount supercharger system in it and they want to put a strut tower brace on. The way the current height or way the height works on it, it sits too high to put the strut tower brace on effectively. So what's nice about the adjustable motor mount bushing is you can lower the engine up to, I think, about a half inch or so, which currently I have it lowered by a 1/4 inch, which gave me just enough clearance to put the tower brace on. However, it still touches the brace a little bit, so it still vibrates and I can feel it through the car. So eventually, whenever I get the chance, I'll get back underneath and see about lowering the engine that other 1/4 inch, and hopefully that has enough clearance and I don't have any more concerns or vibrations with it. The only thing I'd have to worry about underneath is make sure there's proper clearance for my steering column and just any other little hang-ups that could possibly be down there. But other than that, yeah, I guess I also have that little shift knob that I just got from Amazon. You can get them from Amazon or O'Reilly's or any other auto parts store. It's just a different aftermarket shifter. But other than that, no, I guess I'll show you guys the wheels. So here are the rear tires. I have the Nitto NT 555 G2s, which these have been a pretty nice tire overall, actually. Yeah, 275s in the back, 20-inch rims, 20-inch MMD aluminum rims. I believe I got these off of American Muscle. And then I have the 255s in the front. Now, I live in the Midwest, so I actually did. So I have another set of winter tires specifically for winter, and they're some. Oh, let me take a look. That's one of those European tires. Oh yeah, the Nokian Hakkapeliitta tires. I believe these are. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, the Nokian Hakkapeliitta 9 tires. Now I have these on the factory 18-inch rims, 235/45 R18s, and I also have these in studded. Which, if you plan on dailying any kind of rear-wheel drive vehicle in the Midwest, I highly recommend getting them studded for the winter season. This past year, I dailied it through multiple storms. I had next to zero issues. Actually, the funny thing is, the only issues you end up running into when you're running studded winter tires in the back is if you have your traction control on and you're starting to spin, it's going to actually turn your car off, or it'll stall your car out. So it's actually really counterintuitive. You have better grip when you take your traction control off in order to properly utilize the tire and all the studs. Because as you dig into the snow and ice, you'll end up getting more traction and grip. And that's another reason why I ended up going with the air ride system, which I know it's expensive, but for me, it was well worth the money, especially if you're in the Midwest and roads are terrible. But what's nice is you can have different presets, so I can raise the car up and then drop it back down to my normal ride height. And as you can probably hear in the background, that's the air compressor turning on automatically. And then I can go to a lower ride height if I want. And I'll show you guys what that looks like from the outside. Yeah, right. So right now, I think this is at my low setting, which I can go all the way to the ground if I so choose, but unless I'm at a car show, there's really no point. But here I go all the way back up. Yep. Now I guess I need to turn the car on. There we go. And all the way up we go. Now this isn't as high as it goes. This is just what I have as my top end preset, just so I can still drive down the road relatively comfortable. If I need higher clearances, it can still go up another, I couldn't even guess on how much higher it can go up, but there's still a lot more pressure that can be put into the airbags themselves. And what's also nice is what would be the coilover or equivalent is you can adjust all the ride heights beforehand, like on the presetted shock, so you can have it sit as high as low as you want before you even have air in the vehicle. Well, now I'm going to attempt to wash it. These are some of the products I'm going to try to use in order to get all this like dark ground in dirt. I am not entirely sure if any of this is actually going to work properly, but we shall see. If anyone else has any idea on any good products on getting all that like hard ground in dirt out, please feel free to comment. I know there's always experts in the comment section, so we shall see how this all goes. Oh. Oh. All right. Cone. There we go. All right. Well, since it's sprayed down, might as well grab the sponge mitt and wash it down a little bit. All right. Now the first wash is done. Well, time to rinse off. So now that I got the car all washed off and dried, I'm going to attempt to use this McGuire's iron removing clay, spray clay. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but we shall give it a try. If anyone anyone else knows anything that's good at getting this dirt off or lifting it back up, please feel free to comment and tell me I'm doing it wrong. Allow product to dwell for 2 to 3 minutes. All right, well, guess we'll give it a try. Now, from what it says, this stuff is supposed to change color when it's dissolving iron oxide in the paint, or in this case, the vinyl. So we'll see how well this works for getting this dirt up. But it's supposed to sit for 2 to 3 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, yep, so I gotta sit and wait for a couple minutes. All right, well, it's been a couple minutes, so let's keep moving along. So with this stuff, you can see these little purple spots. Yes, that's where the clay mixture is pulling up some of the iron oxide that's resting on the surface. But now I'm supposed to agitate it for a little bit and then rinse and dry it off. So we'll see how well that works out. Oh. All right. So time to rinse vehicle thoroughly and dry again. Yay. Well, I think in this case, I'm just going to use this spray bottle and spray it down this way. That way I'm not having to hose down the entire car again. Oh, well. Yeah, not entirely sure that did much. Well, that's why we have other things to try here. All right, so now I'm going to try this Mother's vinyl cleaner. Probably isn't suitable for exterior vinyl, but we'll see how this works. I can't make it much worse than what it is. Yep, surprise to no one. That stuff did not work very well. It's quite tricky. Well, think about it, the last thing to try is just a good old-fashioned soap and magic eraser here. So I'll be right back with some Dawn dish soap and give that a try. All right, so last thing I'm going to try here is just some good old dish soap. Just got some Dawn in here, some hot water, and a magic eraser. So we'll see how well that takes up some of this dirt. It's probably going to take a lot of elbow grease here. Well, I think I'm gonna rinse that off and take a look. Probably isn't much better. Well, now that that's mostly dried back off, I really only have one other thing that I could possibly try, and it's just some 50% rubbing alcohol. I don't think it's really going to do any much more than anything else I've tried, but yeah, that's why it's experimenting. And then in a couple days or so, I have some actual vinyl cleaner from one of Jay Leno's line that I'm going to try and see if that helps out at all. Yeah, it doesn't look like rubbing alcohol on the sponge is going to do the job. Now we'll see if this dark spot comes up at all. If it doesn't, I'll just call it a day. And then just put wax on, put a little wax on, or some of that vinyl protective cleaner I have. Then go from there. Then try again another day. And honestly not sure. I can't tell that. I don't know. Can't really tell if that was any better or worse than before, but I guess we'll see in the morning. Last thing I'm just going to put on, just so it doesn't get any worse, is this VRP from Chemical Guys. So I guess I just have to shake well, rub it in, and then wipe it off. Now I should probably puncture. Nope. No lid I have to take off. Cool. What the hell? Oh, that's silly. The protective seal came off with the lid and didn't come back out. Oh, where are my keys? There we are. Yeah, there we are. Got the little seal out. That's probably too much, but we'll see how it goes. I stand corrected. Looks like it was just fine. Stuff actually smells pretty good too. Well, this isn't going to help clean it, but at least it'll keep it from getting any worse for the time being, hopefully, until I figure out a better solution on how to clean the front of this off. I want to might as well grab the rest of the car. This is me. And it just says wipe out the excess. All right. Well, I guess I'll do the bumper and the sides here. Oh, almost done. Well, I think I'm all done with that. But as far as the spots go, I am at a loss. But we'll see how that turns out later. But now that I'm done with that, I need to go back to the wife's car and fix some spots I missed. Oops. But anyways, if you stuck around a little bit, I appreciate it. What's it? Well, I tried a bunch of different options. I don't think it really helped much, if at all, get any of that dirt, that ground in dirt's out of the vinyl. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to try again, find a different product, and go from there. But thank you for watching. Have a good night. Yep. Alright, so just a quick update next day. It looks a little better, but I think I'm gonna have to find another product or something to try. So more to come on that.